I have 3 drinks. I'm like brunching like a white woman in her 30s right now. Hello, my name is Paddy O'Connell. I'm a professional writer and chit-chatter in the outdoor industry, and I'm here to answer 21 questions. If you hand me a long division problem, I'm gonna shit my pants and walk out of here. What's the dumbest way you've gotten injured? Is there a smart way to get injured? Dating in my 20s? Probably. It was the winter of 1989, I kid you not. And there was a blizzard outside, and my mom was taking my brother Brendan upstairs to get ready for a birthday party. And then she told my oldest brother Sean to watch me. And at the time I was 4 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, something like that, math. And we went down to the basement and we were playing WWF before it was WWE. We were playing wrestling. And you remember those like orange and yellow Fisher-Price picnic tables? My brother Sean got up on top of that and said, I'm on the top ropes, lie down, and I'm gonna, like jump off like, Jimmy Superfly and like land on you. And me being the young human that I was and wanting the love of my oldest brother was just like, yeah, totally. Love me, brother. I'll do whatever you want. Love me. I laid down in front of him, and instead of like landing on me on his chest, he just jumped on my leg with his feet. And then he broke my leg. But I did get a sweet hot pink cast out of it, which was awesome. But yeah, that was probably the dumbest way because I stupidly trusted that my brother Sean loved me. Pancakes or waffles? Pancakes, all the time. My father makes the greatest blueberry buttermilk pancakes of all time. It's like now a recipe. Grew up with Oldies 104.3 in Chicago, Breakfast with the Beatles Sunday morning. Kitty Lowy was the DJ, and so I'd wake up to the Beatles and pancakes being made. If you had a walk-up song like in baseball, what would it be? My go-to song is probably Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. But also, like who's gonna be the baseball player who walks up to, like, I wanna dance with somebody? Like, who's gonna walk up to some like 80s Whitney? I wanna be that guy. So probably, yeah, some Whitney, or maybe Mariah. What's the most useless talent you have? Not a single goddamn thing. The most useless talent I have, the amount of food I can put into my body, probably. Although that just stops the demons, so that's pretty useful. Week off starts tomorrow. Where do you go? What do you do? I would go to the island of Hokkaido, and I would ski all week, if that week was in January, because of the Siberian High and its historic dump on the island of Hokkaido. Favorite mustache that is not your own? My spirit animal, Tom Selleck, so I would say Tom Selleck's. But my dad had a bitchin' mustache for my entire life. Until I didn't see his upper lip until I was 13, and I want him to grow it back, but he said that he can't because now it's like salt and pepper, which I just call wisdom flakes. And he says it's like too prickly, and my mom won't kiss him when he grows it back. So he said that he's not gonna grow it anymore. Black licorice, hell yes or hell no? No, absolutely not. Black licorice is disgusting, and it's not actually candy. It's like, oh, you want some candy? How about this fistful of dirt? It's like the same thing with like when somebody hands you like a peppermint. Like, this isn't like 1857. Give me some fucking chocolate. Black licorice? What did I do wrong? I'm sorry. Do we need to talk about our friendship? Why are you handing me black licorice? No.
What about candy corn?
No, again, that's not.
It's wax.
Yeah, here's a ball of wax. Candy corn, no. It's like candy broccoli. No, thank you. That's just broccoli. I don't want this. Give me some Hershey Kisses and some M&Ms, or just give me a handful of sugar. Worst/most epic wreck you've had on skis? I can tell you the funniest. I was skiing Breck with a bunch of friends from college. One of which was my best friend and ski partner, my buddy Scotty, that we moved together to Telluride right after school. And we were skiing with some guys from college, and everybody was having fun. And I did this little like, kind of like slarvy butter off of a little knoll nub. And I like looked back and was like, you see that, Scott? Yeah. And like, as soon as I like did that, I just caught an outside edge and just tomahawked like so hard and just came up laughing, and Scott like sprayed me and then kept on skiing. That was pretty epic. That was pretty great. Because it was like classic, like I'm not that type of person, and I did it to be that person, like goofing around, like claimed it, check me out, and then just was like karma was like, fuck you, bro. What podcast do you listen to? You know, not much of a podcast guy. Just joking. Are there any podcasts besides my own, the one that I work for? Dirtbag Diaries, Crime Town, Serial. Oh, my dad wrote a porno. That is one of the funniest things that you can possibly listen to. It's so good. I also have another one. Anything that Elizabeth Nakano is a part of. She works on Safety Third, but she also does a bunch of other work in radio. And she's one of the smartest, most talented storytellers I know. And she's hilarious. And she's gonna get really uncomfortable by this. So that makes me very happy. Elizabeth, I love you. And you're a great friend and a fabulous storyteller. What is one of your favorite pastimes that might surprise people? In 7th grade, I made the switch from like baseball to lacrosse. And I played lacrosse in college, and I still play. I actually just joined this past summer the Aspen men's lacrosse team. And you could totally call me a lax puppy. So, big man's got some skill. Best guess, how many unread emails are in your inbox right now? Damn it. Because I typically try to keep it at 0. It's like a thing of mine. And I took the icon off of it to create better, the little red thing. That thing drives me nuts. So I took it off so as not to have an anxiety attack. But also like to create better boundaries between work-life balance. So I would say, because I haven't checked it since Friday, 60. For my jack-o'-lantern this October for Halloween was just the mail icon with 57,000 unread emails. This is the most terrifying thing I can fucking think of. Awesome. Yeah. Well, now I want to check. Can I go check? Yeah. Oh, God. I have 53.
Wait, what was your guess?
60. Ooh, what book are you reading right now? This is one of my favorite questions. So I'm reading Brennan Leonard's new book of essays, which I just had breakfast with him today, and I like to make him uncomfortable as much as I possibly can. So I tell him all the time that I've been having hashtag creativity cuddles with him late at night in my bed. And I'm about to start Peter Heller's new book, The River. And I'm reading like 2 different Siberian Husky puppy training books right now, because I just got a brand new puppy. I'm reading a lot. What do you bench? And so, what do I bench? I don't know. Emails. The fur. I don't believe in bench. How about that? Take that, CrossFit. Do you bench? Does anyone in this room bench? What movie makes you cry? Oh, Jesus. All of them? I'm gonna like start crying right now. You guys are dicks. Like most rom-coms. And that's why I love them so much. Oh, you know what really gets me? And I've seen it about this. Oh God, you bastards. This, like, when Rudy gets into Notre Dame, if you don't get goosebumps and cry, and I've seen it, like I know the story. One, you go into the story knowing what's gonna happen. And then he gets in and you're like, he did it! He did it again! He did it again! You know what's gonna happen. But it gets me, that gets me, I don't know why I'm still single. Why this like goddamn gear junkie thing came out and like everybody was like, that dude is a dweeb.
A League of Their Own.
Oh, I love A League of Their Own.
Nobody understands why I cried at that movie.
We are the members of the All-American League. We come from cities near and far. We got Canadians, hey, Irish ones and Swedes. We're all for one, we're one for all. We're all American. Can you drive a stick shift? This is classic Paddy O'Connell storytelling. Also, this is just like classic Irish storytelling. Like, can I answer this with one word? I sure can, but I'd like to tell you a story instead. I moved to Colorado with 3 days of skiing under my belt ever in my entire life. 23 years old. I was the greenest of greenhorns, and I started working for Telluride Ski Resort. And my first day making snow, my foreman was like, my buddy Ed, who became my buddy, great dude. Ed was like, you don't know how to drive stick shift, do you? And I was like, no, sir, I sure don't. And he was like, guess who's driving? You. So I learned how to drive stick shift on like these old beat up work trucks on the side of a mountain in Telluride. And by learn how to drive stick shift, I mean, I grind it till you find it, friends. And then once you get into second, you don't get out of that fucker for anybody. So can I do it? Yes. Have I burnt out clutches and been the scourge of vehicle maintenance? You better believe it. What's the last thing you ordered on Amazon? Puppy food. It's not that exciting. Everything, I've been going off on stuff for the puppy. I did just get a welcome mat that says good vibes only. That was pretty cool. And a human hand. I was joking, it was an ankle. What's your favorite candy? The one that's in my hand. Any candy that's like the closest one to my face hole. Yeah, just like, boosh. What if I just pulled out like, I just pulled out black licorice, just pocket warmed black licorice is my favorite candy. You know what is like really great that people think I'm crazy? Like whenever I go to a movie, I always get Bunch of Crunch. Cause like when's the last time you just saw a straight up Crunch bar? Remember old school, it was like wrapped in paper and foil? What happened to those? Crunch bars, where are you? They're delicious. You only see them in fun size form. Which also, let's fucking talk, fun size should be the size of a Buick. It shouldn't be like fun size. It should be like, here, you know why this is a fun size? Because you can eat 57 of them. But then you've got this pile of like this carcass pile of wrappers, which is that's not that fun. Because then you just like see, you're like, look it, fatty, do you like that? Are you happy about what you did to yourself, Paddy? No, you're not. What sport would you like to be better at? What a silly question that is. Being an astronaut, I guess. You know, kayaking really freaks me out. So probably kayaking. I mean, I guess I want to say mountain biking, but I think I'm like I'm at this like advanced intermediate stage that I'm like psyched at, that I just want to stay at, you know, because like dirt and rocks really hurt. And I'm like, also I feel like I'm too old to like start sending it, you know, on a bike. Arm wrestling. So I could like actually live out the plot of Over the Top starring Sylvester Stallone. Win back the love of my child in an arm wrestling contest. So arm wrestling. Would you rather have a soul patch or mutton chops? And I can't have a mustache? I don't understand the question. Well, I kind of have this guy, but this is the thing. It's a full kit. I'll go mutton chops, because I feel like soul patch, I would be the lead singer of like some butt rock, like some white guy butt rock. Oof, what's your biggest trail etiquette pet peeve? Pissing in the skin track. I get it, I pee all the time when I'm out there. I mean, the great outdoors is essentially just one giant toilet. But like, get off the skin track. You notice it because it's like, it looks like fucking ecto cooler. It's like, it's not like, oh, look at that nice, clear, hydrated person who urinated in the skin track. No, it's like, Jesus Christ, and it's like, dude, what are you, just spraying everywhere? Just like, concentrate it. Or do something cool, like spell your name, or like, hey, how you doing? If it was that, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of smart. You're making dinner for Lindsay Vonn. What are you cooking? Sweet, sweet love, baby. See, I also wrote an article for Gear Junkie about, I asked Lindsay, I like publicly asked her out, nothing happened. And I told her that I would allow her to pay for my pizza. So maybe I'd buy her pizza. But I grew up in Chicago, and I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota for a little over 2 years. And I know that she's from Minnesota, so I'd probably just make some tater tot hot dish. Lindsay, if you're watching this, you know what, how about this? You want some of this? You come get it. That's, you know, like, I'm sick. I've been doing all the chasing here. How about this? What am I making Lindsay Vonn for dinner? Nothing. Hot dog water.
Do the finger gun.
Yeah, pew pew. I'm off of Lindsay Vonn. I'm just joking, Linz.